Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Equestria at War with our Kingdom of Olenia playthrough, episode 8 with the series here. We had won the war against the Changeling, and with the help of Equestria and the Crystal Empire, which is great, but now we're kind of just hanging out. I mean, we've accomplished our mission. We've got troops heading back to the border here. Everybody's underneath our Field Marshal. It's all a matter at this point of just building up, researching, going down the focus trees, trying to get things that are going to improve our, particularly our war economy. I want to get lots of military factories and such, because I think we're going to go for a war with Equestria here once we're ready to do it. So let's see, planning our cities gives us some additional building slots, plus monthly population and resources to market. Oh, some of these help with different types of research. I'm probably going to want to get the stuff that helps with research. So that way I'm not getting it after I've already researched that stuff. It'd be a waste. That gave us 3 military factories. I'd like to get tanks on the line here at some point. We've also got magical weapons now, so let's get those. We'll actually put all those in the magical weapons. So once we get some more military factories here, we'll drop that into tanks. But yeah, let's get some magical weapons going, or the magical equipment. We won't spend this just yet on anything till we actually need it. I'll build some type of magical infantry or something to help us out. How about our, I wasn't sure how many, okay, so we've got 10 crystals. And I did not get this, which makes me really mad because I wanted all of that. You can see there, 18 crystals, 18 oil, 15 of the steel there. I really would have liked to have gotten that, but we didn't get it. But I did get additional steel. I even got some chromium, which is pretty nice because chromium's not super popular. We had a little bit down here too. We got a okay amount of crystals. I just would like to get more. We're exporting a lot of it actually. To just we have 16 left for export. Okay. Okay. There's Velvet's economic plan. Encourage free thought gets us a research speed of 10%, but we do lose justify war goal time and an ideology drift defense. I think I'll take it though. The 10% research is going to be super huge for us. What do I want to get now? Let's go for, since we got the 50% for this, let's get the better infantry equipment there. We can now modify the government. Captain of Industry. Mobile tank designer. Eventually we are going to get tanks. I don't think we're going to get it just yet though. Let's see. So we got a captain of industry, gives us some infrastructure, civilian factory, refinery construction speed. That gives us some political power gain. The war industrialist, military dockyard, fuel silos. Let's get the captain of industry. All right, one more factory. We're gonna dump that into I think support equipment. Oh, I need more anti-tank too. We're building up though. Let's definitely get some more support equipment coming in. We're going to spend a lot of that pretty quickly. Alright, we can go for large front operations. Enables tactic relentless assault. Supply consumption minus 10%. We go for mass charge. We get division attrition. Effect of our partisans plus 10%. Infantry recovery rate. Magical infantry recovery rate. Reinforce rate. You get organization. Combat with recruitable population. Guerrilla warfare. We go down this. Deep operations. Get some organization. Supply consumption. Reinforce rate. Max planning. Overwhelming fire. Supply consumption. Breakthrough. Organization recovery rate. Reinforce rate. I think I want to go for the additional population. Try that out. And for this here, we've got 100% bonus to go for the effect of our partisans. So let's do that. All right. The Fall of Griffinstone. A lot of fighting still over here. These guys would be fun to play. Barony of Romare. They've got like nothing here. You are a regular division. We'll go ahead and just throw you in blue army here. Oh, these guys can be ported. There's encouraged free thought. Gives us the 10% research bonus. Then we get Queen Velvet Academy for the additional research slot. That's a given. Now with Mahdi, a lot of these I'm going to wait till I get the 100% like I've got here. So let's go for the research gain efficiency. Because I've got lots of national focuses that are going to free that stuff up. Magical weapons for special forces. They require magical infantry equipment instead of infantry equipment. It costs 75 to take. Yeah. Yeah, let's get magical weapons for our mountaineers. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. We'll start equipping everybody with the new infantry equipment anyways. Stalingrad took our town. Oh no. Yes, they did. Queen Velvet Academy. Boy, that was quick. We're just flying through everything. It's good. $244 days, 2 years ahead of time. Let's get the Recon Company 2 going. %100% research bonus for industry. So let's get that, and then we get 4 more civilian factories. And then we're going to pick up... I think I want the political power gains. So let's get that. Alright, we've got some divisions here. We'll just throw them into red. All 3 of them. How is... Pony power is almost to 1 million. Still building a lot more divisions. Some of these, we got magical infantry here. Some of these I'd like to edit. I can't put magical infantry into these. Yes, I can. Do I want to change all of this to magical infantry? Lose a little defense. You get some piercing, some soft attack, some hard attack. They're just better overall. They cost more, obviously. I could have entire infantry, magical infantry divisions. I mean, we can make some and just start building them. Why don't we close out 2 of these divisions? Yes. We'll have 2 regular building. I'm going to turn an entire army into magical infantry. And then we'll have an entire army of regular divisions. So, I don't have any army experience for it, though. We'll get there when we get there, but yeah. Maybe I'll have 2 armies of regular, 1 army of magical, then we've got our mountaineers. Which at this point are mainly just defense. Consumer good, minus 4%. We'll pick that up. We can do military training. We gain army experience. Why don't we do that? We'll start building our army experience up. We'll definitely use it. So we'll need a lot of magical equipment, which means we're going to need to build it up pretty quickly. So I think I'm going to dump this extra one into that. And meanwhile, are we building more? We are. Infrastructure is something else I need to build too. There, that'll get us a nice infrastructure boost. We could use it. Then maybe some civilian. Well, we got 4 civilian factories coming because of that national focus. So that'll be fine. Public Works, actually, gains national spirit, grants infrastructure construction speed. We'll go for that next. After this. Griffonian Empire. Starting to pick up some speed. The Dreadleague's got to be ready to move soon. Send those goes to school. Oh, they got a little bit of time still. It'd be interesting to see if they beat the Ecterian Order. There's 2 researchers for us, the recon companies. Let's do a little bit of air now. We haven't messed with this much. Although we get bonuses for this, research bonuses, but we'll use them later on. I'd like to get some close air support. Some really good close air support. More research. Okay, magical means of production. I'm not going to get any of this because I can get bonuses for it. We'll get the 2% research speed. And the 5%. Keeping stuff rolling. Oh, right there it is. No way. I knew we were getting close. The Dark Crusade on the Ecterian Order. Reports have come in from the cold north of Griffonia, speaking of the shambling undead and vile necromancers. Apparently in the Shroud of Night, the Ecterian Order witnessed a raid on one of their border towns. Soldiers sent to investigate found no survivors or bodies. The Order has declared a state of emergency as they fear the Dread League marches upon their borders. The worst is to be feared. If the stalwart Ecterians fail to stand up to the Dread Menace, dark days are upon us, and the dead march upon the living. These are dark days, prepare for the worst. It begins. The Dread League, which for those of you who don't know, is basically like a necromancer zombie nation. They basically fight their enemy and win by overwhelming numbers. They have massive amounts of pony power and such. And the Ecterian Order, consider it like basically it's like Game of Thrones almost, right? The wall or whatever separating. The Ecterian Order, like the Night's Watch, they're basically the only thing holding back the Dread League. But maybe not for long. Guess we'll have to see. I guess we will have to see. Yeah, at some point here, I'm going to go right down the sad state of the Air Force. But let's get some of these research bonuses here for some stuff. I don't care what. Actually, no, I want the public work funds real quick because we're about to build a bunch of infrastructure. What do we got? Regular division, throw you in blue. We're going to get both those armies fleshed out here. A new Nova Griffonia. To great surprise, everyone in Nova Griffonia has dissolved the military junta that had been established following his coup. In his place steeps a relatively unknown figure who, has some rumors say, aimed to bring radical changes in Nova Griffonia and its society. All sorts of stuff going on. Is the Dread League gonna break through? That's the question. The Arcturian Order usually start with a massive amount of walls here. Alright, fleeting logistics, air combat, ace generation chance, boom. Our army is getting stronger. Falcor surrenders to Wingbari. All sorts of stuff going on over here. Minotaur, they'd be fun to play. Do they have their own tree? Yep, they do. Have some stuff. Alright, we've got one factory freed up. We'll go ahead and throw it into... I'm actually going to start building some heavy tanks here. I'd like to move support equipment up in priority. The tanks are last priority for sure. There's the Public Works Fund. We'll go ahead and pick up some type of bonus here to research. Maybe. Let's see. Let's get planning our cities, actually. Oh, no. That's it. Once the Dread League break through, it doesn't take much for the Arcturian Order to fall. It's totally whether or not they can hold them at the border. Tanks don't have a template yet, but we'll give them one. We have motorized equipment and storage, huh? Ban fascism and communism. I mean, they're not really worth banning. Alright, nice. We got that. So we can upgrade those. We're actually not making any fighters yet, though. But it's something we're going to want to do. People's Army. Let's go for the fighter next. And we'll go straight for the recovery rate here. I want to get that recruitable population. Oh, interesting. Queen Velvet criticized for weak foreign policy. We had the chance to strike against our enemies, but the House let it pass by. Not only is this yet another damning case in the string of missed opportunities to strengthen Kingdom of Olenia's position internationally, but is a sign that their claim to be acting in the interest of the dear of Kingdom of Olenia is mostly empty rhetoric. It is time for a change in policy. Our failure to pursue the war many had expected has been the target of scathing criticism from our political opponents. Not following through on our military plans will make it more difficult for us to convince the deer in which direction we're taking the Kingdom of Olenia. They don't want to avoid war? Political base. Oh, wow. What is going on? I don't even know what that is. Alright, we go down here. We get a civilian factory, additional pony power, plus some oil and chromium and stuff. Then all the way down here, we get max volunteer force divisions. Divisions required for sending volunteer force, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't really help us that much. Let's get some sort of research bonus here first. Infrastructure. The Great Northern Wall adds 1 land fort in Every province bordering the Free Changeling Hive. That's huge. Defend the Equestrian border. National Defense Committee. Add 2 land forts in every province bordering Equestria. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, let's go for radio equipment, though. I'll start researching that here shortly. We'll drop our free thing here into... some... Oh, we can start building some close air support. Probably not a bad idea. Ah, there's computing machine too. All right, we'll go for the research gain efficiency. All right, industrial research speed, electronics research speed. Let's go for the electronics. These are both regular divisions. We'll throw them in blue. Oh, this is not good. Victorian Order's kind of holding them back. Well, what happens once the Dread League kills the Victorian Order, pretty much the whole world goes against them, wars them, so. Radio equipment. Alright, I want to get, let's see, requires radio equipment, gains national focus, which gives us more decryption, encryption, research bonuses for the encryption, decryption methods, or we go for research bonus for infantry equipment. But I guess we'll pick these up. Yeah, no template yet. We've got 38 army experience. I'm going to spend this here in a minute. I've got some ideas for what I want to spend it on. I need rubber. We could find some allies. Not Stalingrad. Yakistan we talked about maybe allying. I can't get a non-aggression pact or anything, though. We can keep trying to improve relations. Do they have rubber? Would they trade it? They don't. I know Equestria does. I don't have any rubber? Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't. The Crystal Empire declared war on the Crystal Ponies. An organized coup of opposition forces stormed the Crystal Castle in the Crystal City and overthrown current ruler Princess Cadence. The princess, her husband, and their daughter got imprisoned. The new governor ensures that they are in good hooves. Interesting. What? Holy crap. That's not... leader of the Crystal Ponies Republic. Who are you? Oh, you're communist. Well, that is different. That's not King Sombra. I don't think I've ever seen it go this way. Oh man, that'd be crazy if Crystal Empire went communist. I doubt it, though. The Crystal Ponies Republic seems to be getting pushed back pretty easily. But wouldn't that be nuts? I've never seen that before. Yeah, Crystal Empire just squashed that bug. That's nuts. I really have not seen that fire like that before. All right, motorization research speed, weapons and equipment research speed, artillery. +10, I don't know. Go infantry equipment. Yeah, we haven't put the fighter in yet. Let's drop the fighter here. We'll find a factory for it someplace. We'll lower infantry equipment. Just to make sure we're making some. What is the first one here? The sad state of the Air Force gives us some air bases and some air experience. Much of the surprise of both Canterlot and the Republican supporters, the vote of no confidence shows that there was another hidden silent majority of ponies that were for the princesses. The monarchy has this one extra chance to redeem themselves in the public eye, the moderates appearing satisfied with at least receiving their vote. Pro-princess landslide at the polls. So the equestrian status quo goes on. More military factories, civilian. Additional infrastructure, which would be nice. Some infrastructure, some civilian factories, the Great Northern Wall. Let's get the Great Northern... Well, we're not really at that point yet. We'll get the additional infrastructure. Since I'm already building it anyways, it'd be a lot of that upgraded. Once infrastructure is done here, I want to get some more military factories up and running. We'll probably put them down here or something. Maybe one here. Any more research bonuses? Yes, right here. All right. And there we go. Perfect. So we're going to leave it up here since we're out of time. Just kind of a lot of building up and making the Kingdom of Olenia a much stronger nation. We've almost got 1 million pony power, which is nice. At some point here, we'll probably go to war with Equestria or the Free Changing Hives, or maybe all of them. I haven't decided yet. I might wait to see if Equestria gets busy. I was hoping the Crystal Empire would eventually have Sombra or something fire, because that would be a great time to join. Like if Equestria had to fight Sombra or something, that we could get involved. But I don't know if that's going to go that route just yet. They're currently working on... Let's see. Allow the vote of no confidence. The powers of the Diet. The new royal vote. The new Equestrian Republic. Reformation of the princessdom. So they're working on just keeping the monarchy alive. Interesting. How do they manage that? How did they even get down here? They didn't even have a civil war. Huh. Oh no, maybe that's a separate, the end of Civil War United Equestria. So they never had Nightmare Moon. I would have loved if Nightmare Moon fired. Well, either way, we'll play it through and see what happens. A lot of it's going to be watching this up here and seeing how this plays out. Could be interesting. With that being said, I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you next time.